Good morning, Ripples. Welcome to What Matters Wednesday. I want to take a minute to talk about something pretty important. And when I say important, I am talking about one of the top underlying success makers or breakers in everything it is that you do. And when I say everything, I do actually mean everything. Every single relationship you have, both personally and professionally. At work, we've heard of this fundamental and often misunderstood thing, which could actually be preventing you from getting the promotion or hell, even getting the new job that you want somewhere else. That important thing that I'm talking about is authenticity. I know it's a buzzword that people tend to throw around like, hey, have a nice day, and corporations all over the world preach about the importance of having authentic leadership. Yet often many are falling short on actually delivering that. Ironic, just a bit. Most people, when they hear talk of being authentic, they make two quick assumptions. First, hey, I'm authentic. Second, I know what authenticity is. Okay, I say assumptions because the general definition that most of us walk around with about being authentic means that, hey, I am good with me. I know who I am. I'm cool with that. Okay, it's also known as you're able to walk the talk. Okay, which is great. I want to stop right there though. True authenticity is more than you just being cool with who you are. It's also about how cool and comfortable you are when you connect with others and how cool and comfortable they are when they're connecting with you. Yes, when you connect with others. See, while it's important that you are cool with who you are, I'm all about that, how others feel about you and how they feel around you is as important, sometimes more important than how you feel about yourself. I know, wait, you're going to say the same thing I say. Jen, I don't really care what people think about me. I get that. I say that too. I don't care what other people think about me, which is true. I constantly am striving to be a better version of myself, so I'm always looking to improve. I can say that. That is important to me. So I don't stop with, I don't care what other people think about me. It is ended with, what I do care about is how I make other people feel. That is what's important to me. So your thoughts on me are one thing, but really how I make you feel when we're interacting is what's most important. And that, my friends, is the honest to God truth. What matters to me is how you feel when we share space, when we have a conversation, when we interact in any way. And most people don't realize that there are actually 8 elements of authenticity. Those elements are as follows: presence, coherence, context, trust. I'm going to stop on trust for just a minute. There are actually 6 elements that go into trust. I refer to them as the 6 C's. Another part of authenticity is responsibility. It's accountability. It's communication, and probably my favorite is appreciation. That is all part of what being authentic means. I'm telling you all of this because, as I've said, authenticity is important, whether you want to admit it or not, whether you even realize it or not. The primary reason for this is because it either infects or impacts every relationship you have. And I want to give you another secret. Your success in life as a human being depends on your relationships. Meg Wheatley, also known as Margaret Wheatley, brilliant author, wonderful management consultant. She probably said it best when she said, relationships are all there is. Everything in the universe only exists because it is in relationship to everything else. Nothing exists in isolation. We have to stop pretending we are individuals that can go it alone. Think about that for a moment. You are here because of your relationship to everything and everyone around you. There's another saying that I'm sure everyone has heard of, which is you are the sum of the people you surround yourself with. Now let that sink in. Think about how authentic you are. Think about how you impact those around you. Do they feel the same coolness about you that you do? Do you comfortably relate to them? Are they comfortable interacting with you? Do they trust you? That's a big one. Do they trust you? Or are they never really sure that what you say is what you mean? I'm going to give you a quick example on that one, okay? So as parents, we do this all the time. Think about this. To this day, I'm 43. Now everybody knows I'm 43, and my mother gives me a compliment. My response to her immediately isn't thank you. It's, you're only saying that because you're my mom. All right? And I want to add a side note to that. My children will not have that issue. The older two know that they don't have that issue, and the younger two, they're learning. And that's because while I compliment them, I also challenge and question them. An example, my 8-year-old, God love her, she's just a beautiful little creature. She likes to create her own fashions when she's going out, when she's getting ready for school, just when she's getting ready for the day. She comes to me a lot and she goes, Mom, don't I look beautiful? Okay. Sometimes she comes up with some really cool fashions, and yes, they are amazing, and I do let her know that. And sometimes this is the way the conversation goes. I get the, Mommy, don't I look beautiful? My response, well, you are beautiful, but I'm not too sure about that outfit. Her response, you don't like it? My response right here, authenticity. It wouldn't be my favorite, but then again, I'm not wearing it. Do you like it, and do you feel beautiful in it? She comes back with the, yes, Mommy. My end response, okay, I'm cool with that, because in the end, it is about how she feels, okay? So I'm encouraging her to be who she is and feel good about that. That's important. When you are interacting with people, you want them to know that while you don't agree with them, you support them being the better version of themselves, okay? I encourage her to continue to try new things and explore her imagination. I'm reassuring her that she is beautiful and it has nothing to do with what she's wearing, okay? I'm letting her know that I'm good with her being her. That's important to me. My point here is authenticity applies everywhere. It's not just at work. It's not just if you're a business leader and you have people reporting to you. It's not just at home if you're a parent and you have children. It's authenticity in your intimate relationships. It's authenticity in your relationships with your friends. It's authenticity in the relationships that you have with the people that work with you, that live around you. It's all of it. It's the authenticity that you have with yourself, okay? You can't be an authentic leader, I want to stress this, if you're not an authentic person. So, the good news, you can improve your authenticity. There are things that you can do to work on that to become a more authentic individual, a more authentic leader. I want to stress, there is not a one-size-fits-all approach to this. I can't sit here and give you a list of 10 things that are going to work for you and then the next person and the next person. When I work with my clients on improving their authenticity, we start where they're at and then we work from there. So what I can do to help you today is I can give you 3 key areas of you to focus on and to look at and kind of address on your own, okay? First and foremost, your personal history. You have to know who you are, where you came from, what made you who you are today. You have to make peace with the ugly stuff, you have to embrace the good stuff, and you have to see how both the good and the ugly made you who you are today. I'm not saying you have to be happy with who you are. I'm not saying that you're the best version of yourself right now. But in order to take that step, to become a better version, to be happy with who you are and be good with yourself, to be cool with yourself, you have to know these things. A lot of people, I think, tend to try to forget their past. Oh, it's in the past. I just don't want to think about it. This is where I am today. Well, that past is what got you here. Okay, that past is what is driving you, is motivating you, is hindering you. You have to make peace with it. You have to accept it. You can sit and think and try to identify key events in your life that you think would have pushed you one way or the other, and deal with it from that. You can also get a coach that can walk you through that. Next, second place that you can focus on is your point of view. Okay, so a crucial element of authenticity is having your own point of view. But you also have to be open to and willing to engage in conversations about that point of view. All right, sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you're right. Sometimes there's just a better way of looking at it. And this isn't necessarily about changing your point of view. It is about engaging in that conversation with other people to see why they feel the way that they do, and to learn and to bridge from there. Third, positioning. Okay, I'm often reminded when I talk to clients about the importance of positioning with the whole old saying, you can't always sit on the fence. You have to pick one side or the other, all right? So you do need to take a position on a lot of things in your life, your stand, all right? You decide this is where I want to be. This is where I am right now and why. But you don't want to over-position yourself. You don't want to be so rigid in that stand, that you don't bend, that you don't sway, that people can't talk to you about it, that you're driving it down people's throats until they come around to where you're at. That's not authenticity. And if that's what you're doing, then that's something else that we would need to work on, or that you need to work on. Okay. Plus, it's important to remember, as you grow as a person, as you improve the authenticity in yourself and in your relationships, as you improve your relationships, you're going to learn. You're going to experience new things. You're going to see different points of view. And it gives you the option to grow. So expect your point of view and your positioning to change on a lot of things. It does. Life happens to us. It forces us to look at things a little differently, or it should force us to look at things a little differently. So there you go. There is my input today for What Matters Wednesday. If you would like to learn more, shoot me an email. It's at jen.shakeel, which is SHAKEEL, at goodfor-yoursoul.com. You can find out about one-to-one coaching options. There's also a small group authenticity series that I'm doing. But first and foremost, I just want you to go with this today and know that there's more to authenticity than you just being cool with who you are. It is also others being cool with who you are and feeling cool about interacting with you. They don't have to like you. That's not part of authenticity. It's great if they do, but that's not a part of it. So you don't have to worry about everybody liking you. They just have to believe that you are who you say you are, and that you're not going to steer them wrong. So again, don't want to take up much more of your time. Have a most successful day changing the world out there, one ripple at a time. Thanks. Have a most awesome day.